Everybody, so Wiggles and I have been tinkering with the Monarch 10EE a bit, and I decided it's time to try putting some power to it. Now, if any of you saw the short that I uploaded recently, you know that I got some resistors here that I'm pretty sure are just goners, and then I got a coil here that's questionable. But I want to do a little bit of just testing. Like, I've never had this under power. I don't even know if the motor generator unit works. So it occurred to me, I probably ought to do a little checking stuff out before I spend too much time. And at this point, I think we're going to just let her rip and see if the magic smoke comes out. So anyway, we are plugged into the phase converter. We're going to throw the switch. Well, nothing exploded there. Wow. First question is if this is spinning the right way, so I've just kicked it in and turned it back off a minute, just to see. It's spinning towards me, which is backwards. Alright. So, first thing we got to do is switch a couple wires. Easily enough done, so we'll bring you guys back in a minute when we get some wires swapped. Alright, round two. We've got the lead swap. Alright. Holy smokes. Howdy, Roger. Oh, good. First time we've ever powered this up.
Yeah, that's our business.
I know, we got to run.
That's a lane or something?
Yeah. Getting a lot of arcing and sparking in my commutator down here. But by golly, she runs! Alright, well, as you guys saw, this thing ran. I am ecstatic. Like, it, so we're getting, some oscillating and arcing on the contacts down there, but I found a few people online that were describing that symptom and saying that they fixed it by replacing the 3 resistors that I've already ordered. So at this point, I think the only thing that stands between us and actually operational is getting those 3 resistors and getting them in there. Like I say, I ordered those. They're supposed to be here sometime middle of next week. So at any rate, I say next week, week after. But anyway, keep my fingers crossed. Them show up. Like, I am so chomping at the bit to play with this thing. I can't even describe it. But I think I'm going to fire it up and let it spin a little bit. It seems to run okay at low speed. So we're going to fire it up, let it run a little bit at low speed, and just play with some of the controls and stuff. But I want to get some oil back into all of my spindle bearings and stuff. So I had topped off all the oil in this thing before, but I had taken the sight gauges out in order to clean them up, so they were so gunked up you couldn't see in them. And they have cork gaskets behind them, and I didn't have material to make new gaskets, so I put them back in.
And now you dropped that oil thing?
And they are leaking, so that's the reason that I'm having to add oil. Got some of my fine machine oil in an old medicine vitamin bottle. Now I'm working on a paper funnel. This thing holds like just ounces of oil in these bearing housings, as I recall.
What are ounces?
Very small amounts. Oh, and there I promptly overfilled it, just like that. That was my recollection of how it worked. Where's my cat? Thank you. Now what I can't remember is, oh, hold on, we got to look at all of these. That one is overfull. That one's a little under full right now. So, all right,
Oh,
pull
yeah,
that.
now it's way over full.
Yeah, that's one that is over full from
Before.
the last time I messed with it.
So that one's holding good, right?
This one's not too low, but yep, that little dribble is all it took to bring her right up. That one's got plenty. Well, that sounds real good. Really good. I think you need to do a bit of cleaning on the commutator down here. See what that does. Like that. I got rid of all the arcing down there. Notice that?
Yeah, it's sparking.
What?
It's still sparking.
A little bit of that, you know. Much better. Not trying to arc up the commutator. Alright, let's try out some of our power feeds and see how they're working. Power feed. Power feed. That one's a little sticky. That's the one, you remember we had to put a new handle on? Sure. Pretty slick, huh?
Then use this to switch directions. Ready?
Yep. Does look like the tachometer works. See that, Wiggles? So she's spinning. So if I turn the speed up any more than this, then it starts arcing and sparking on that contact. So as it does. Alright, so this shaft here, I don't know why, it must be much smaller than what it looks like. Anyways, it was bent. You could see it oscillating pretty seriously. I didn't put an indicator on it, but it was wobbling bad, which would be bad for the slide sleeve in there. So anyways, I spun it around, threw a pry bar behind it, and tweaked it, and got it tweaked back. Now, I'm not going to say that's perfect, but it is running very much true compared to what it was, and I'll do some exploring in the manual and see what the parts in there look like, see if I'm worried about them having a problem in the future or not. But anyways, I think we're going to call her quits for now, but I am unbelievably excited at having this thing spinning and knowing that it's quite close to being functional. I mean, I've been over a year of this, so. Alright, well, Wiggles, let's head home. But very exciting stuff.